Okay. Okay. History of Mexico to the present. I chose some pictures. I'm just gonna go off my memory, I guess. The past to present. I chose the Olmecs, but before the Olmecs, there were like regular, like small villages, like like 8,000 BC. Humans first started cultivating and experimenting with like cultivation with plants and like earliest crops like squash, like and stuff like and then that was the first villages in Mesoamerica. Um, the the main group that stood out was the Olmecs, where they had fine art that kind of stood around, that kind of stayed relevant. We still see them today. Like they lasted due time. Like the large heads and temples that we can still see that are like really popular tourists probably. And the next group after the Olmecs, after a few hundred years, is like the Mayans. The Mayans came to power, like rise up to power like after a few hundred years of like Olmecs. Like honestly, they probably broke off from the group because Olmecs was such a large, like the Mayans, the Topek, the both Tata uh Tetuacan, uh and the Mayans, centered in the Yucatan Peninsula, became one of the most dominant groups, reaching its peak around the 6th century. And they're known for their mathematics and hieroglyphs, hieroglyphs, um, like in the calendars, and like they're really popular for like the calendar, and people like knew about like the like how it ended, and people were there's some conspiracy theories about the world ending when the calendars, like because it stopped counting the date after a certain while. Um, the dominance became like they started to lose their dominance, and the other groups started uprising. I guess they started to come up, like the Toltecs, who are more into like warlike, like they were more fine, like uh. It says like the Toltecs uprising, like rising up, marks the start of militarism in Mesoamerica. And I guess, and then after that, I guess like I'm just gonna time skip into like the Aztecs. Like after Aztecs comes around, like they were like most of these, like like there's not really that much information about these guys. They did art. They all did art. Civilization became strong. It fell at some point. But this is when the groups started encountering other people. Like when this is when like the Spanish came in, and then there's some stuff about the Apaches. Uh, this one like Christopher Columbus found America again, and then like it's like this is how like Spain found out about Americas, I guess. And then like general history stuff. It's like he found America, I guess, kind of refound America. Like even though he wasn't the first one, he claims to be like the guy who founded. And then he returns with some gold, and he returns with gold and convinces the Spanish crown to give him more like stuff to like set like make a like semi-permanent settlement in what he thought was like India. Like he thought it was India somehow. Um, and then the like kind of New Spain starts to form, right? It's like it didn't go well, but like New Spain does like it does gain some ground at some point. Like and I don't actually know the top of my head that well. But like uh, he basically well they found in the like one. I'm just gonna skip to when New Spain forms. Like the reason why I have uh, Apaches pictures, like they originally came down from the north. Speculated that they came down from the north and they settled in like kind of like like the modern day New Mexico and stuff like that. They were one of the main reasons. They were one of the reasons, I guess, like why like New Spain couldn't advance up north. Because of their like fierce resistance. Like they wanted to probably keep their lifestyle, and there wasn't like the way they lived. They couldn't easily be like taken. They couldn't easily get taken over because of the fact that there wasn't a single person they listened to, right? So like there wasn't like a governing body where they could just take out the government. They can just become the government. There wasn't a single person they listened to. So like it wasn't easy for them to like control like these like more independent groups of people that like had their own way of life. So like they had to like they had drawn out fights. It's basically like they used the land to their advantage to like to like win battles. Like and they were successful usually. They were pretty successful in like keeping Spanish like out of like the northern parts which they claimed to have like the northern parts which they claimed to own. So they weren't able to like get control of that for a long time. And then we get to the uprisings, like the wars. First like there was some peasant revolts. First there was a revolt by uh crap Hidalgo. Might have been. First it was a revolt. He started and it didn't work out because like it was like the revolt from like the bottom class. It's like it was like a mixture between the peasants and like the like semi upper class trying to gain more power against like the higher upper class like like the natural born. It's like people born in like Spain will have more power than people than whites born in new like in the Americas, and people and like the and then the peasants like who were or not white had even less power, so they wanted more power, and like it didn't work out. They had to try this 3 times for it to work. And when when Spain finally was like when Spain was losing, was this guy was winning. Like he just joined the winning side. This guy just joined the winning side, and he basically like was fighting for Spain. And then when they were losing, he switched sides, and he's like, "Hey, I'm on your side now." And he like after he won the independence, and then he tried to become king. It didn't work out because he was only ruling for like a year or so. Like and then like he got like it was he was overthrown. And this is what like they try to get their independence, but then Napoleon, which like by the letter he said was like like it seems like Napoleon was pretty racist. It's like these like basically he didn't like that like these people who weren't white govern themselves. It's like they need to be governed, kind of thing. By like we need white rule or something. So like he sends Maximilian, like this guy, like he originally didn't want the job, but he took it because like he didn't like he was about to get a promotion. He was passed off a promotion, so he was like, well, I might as well take a decent position and I'll be a pretty good ruler, right? Like he's pretty young as well, but at the time, like I think like with the French's support, he became the monarch, but it didn't last that long. He only ruled for like a few years, and he got executed, death by firing squad. Pretty sad for this guy, I guess. Like, it's for the new age of like just they wanted like a democracy, stuff like that. I didn't really find them. Don't. And the main guy here is Santa Anna. Like he switched. I should have got a picture of Valentine. Like he switched his like he did like a scheme with Valentine's, and switched to like switched around for vice president, and like constantly putting him like as a like switching vice president like constantly to like stay in power. And at some point like someone else wanted like to like kind of like just like scheme to like to try to stay in power as like long as possible, scheme to vote like scheme like and then like at like some point someone else did win the popular vote. Like someone else did win the election, and I think afterwards like he got back in power again, obviously, because it's like he was like it seems kind of dictator like and then like he suspended the constitution because like he doesn't want to give up power. And he just like and then of course the people like rioted. Like the people didn't want like suddenly this guy suspending a constitution that they fought for, like to gain like independence and stuff. They don't want like the monarchy back and stuff like that. And he basically just like he did brutal suppressions. And that's where like when Texas like who like Texas during this time like didn't really receive much help from Mexico either. Like it's like Texas a part of like was a part of Mexico. Like basically everybody like in upper Mexico they weren't really connected to Mexico, and like they basically gained no support from like the like Mexico City with like the wealthy elites. They saw them like they kind of lived their own life, like they had their own lifestyle, like they had their own way of life, and like the wealthy elites kind of didn't really help them and govern them, so they would like became more independent. So when like the wealthy elites wanted to do stuff, they didn't really listen. Like and like the government became really corrupt during this time as well. Like because like everybody was just kind of like it was just kind of nepotism everywhere because like everyone was just like getting like free high positions in like certain like industries and like government run industries because of the fact that you were related, like you were the cousin of like a rich person in government, like with a lot of power, so you were just automatically appointed because you were like the niece of them or something. Like it's like the father, the mother, probably. I don't know. Like it's like it's like you were just given automatically this spot because of that. So there was a lot of corruption because you were just given a position because you were related, not because of your qualifications. And also like this is when the uprising. I think during this time, if I'm not wrong, I think he gained support from the Americas to even do this. Like Mexico at this time, also allowed like like there was a lot of like Americans like coming to Mexico trying to annex it. There was like America's having its own thing with the Civil War about happen, and a lot of people trying to turn like Mexico into a slave state to like skew the balance of things. There's like I guess basically not great for Mexico during this time. Mexico enters the war with the U.S. as well. During this war, they lose like Santa Anna was like he was brought back because like he was like they needed someone with military like knowledge. He was out of power and he was brought back into power like as like an emergency because like they wanted someone who knew how to fight in wars and have military experience. And he basically lost like Mexico, like Texas, like and California. Like the U.S. bought California from Mexico and like other parts, and later later on bought more of later on just annexed like and also got like Mexico because like Mexico also like the U.S. got Mexico because Mexico actually the U.S. got Texas because Texas wanted to break free as a separate independent state at that point because so as I said like the people were fed up with like the people in like the like it felt like the rich people like the upper class weren't really helping them and they were just telling them what to do when they had their own lifestyle and they weren't seeing the benefits of like the rich getting richer and like telling them what to do and stuff like that in Texas. So like they banded together with like the Americans. It's like to like fight to win independence. But they didn't really get the independence they wanted because they like America kind of just took it and like and like they kind of just took their land and gave it to the Americans instead of like so like these people who lived there kind of just got kicked out of their land and forced to sell or like just was taken away forcefully. And there are some people who are like there are some noble people, I don't remember the name, which I really should remember the name, that were able to like like there was like the recorded lynchings of Mexicans Um, I don't remember the name. That like he created like a safe haven for Mexicans. Like these people. I don't know if they're Mexicans actually. Like he created safe haven for these people to like come here and like to hopefully not be lynched and killed, like because like there was like the like to like for example of these times like like there was like there was like someone saying in like the newspaper or something. It's like there's like to sum it up, I don't remember the direct quote. To sum it up, they were saying like there's too many of them, kind of thing. Like it's like the novelty has worn off. Like there's too many of them now. Like we need to thin out the numbers as a reaction to the lynchings. That is insane to me. It's like, and it was like a well-educated like person saying that in the newspaper with credit. It's like, um, and that's like kind of like the histories of like those like just like Mexico and like the people who like fought for their freedom, but then they got like the war, like the freedom. They didn't get the freedom at all. Not even like they fought for it, but like they got betrayed by the people they fought alongside with. Like pretty sad. And then we got more modern days. I'm just gonna skip to modern day stuff because I don't know the details that well right now on top of my head. Um, we got. I guess this is like Mexico City. I got a picture. We got the trade war. Like the how Mexico responded really quickly to the trade war and like in a really smart way because they realized like we got a current president in Mexico and we got we got the current president. Like I seen some stuff. I heard some stuff about her. Like, but from at least from some the good stuff that I heard is like she's handling the tariff situation pretty well. Like she's she knows that like it would just hurt the economy if they enter a trade war. So they're threatening other stuff that wouldn't increase tariffs, and she's more going with a peace tactic because it seems like Trump just would do anything if you just appease him. It's like just say good words, and it worked. It worked. I don't know how that works, but it works. I guess like she appeased our president Donald Trump. Uh, and he kind of didn't increase the tariffs, and like he didn't he didn't stop tariffs, but he didn't increase them. I guess, and like she does she did like during like some smart economic stuff. It seems like she has a good head on her, you know, like she's pretty smart about stuff like that, like economic stuff that like could like like at least like increase sovereignty, like holds more power instead of like being like more of a puppet to US. And like it seems she understands the issues and is willing to address the problem, which like personal bias, I feel like our president is not addressing the problem. Instead, it's like and like yeah, I think she has uh like I think it's like the president's trying to get like a thing, trying to like address like the fentanyl problem, stuff like that. Even though it's more of like it's more of an American problem, so like if America didn't have people like addicted to fent and selling and buying all this fent from Mexico, it wouldn't be that much of a problem. And like if America didn't deal with the problem, but yeah, if Mexico also has a problem with that, like she knows the problem and she's trying to address the problem. Obviously, I try to remember other stuff about, but it seems like that's about it as far as I know. Like